I'll say like after
Yeah.
introducing everything else.
Okay. So welcome Alamelu, welcome to our show. So hope we will find you in our future shows as well. So let's go
Yeah.
to Anita. So Anita, can is it okay for you to give your introduction? So maybe I heard you are not feeling well.
Yes, Anna, it's okay now. Hello, everyone. I am
Yeah.
Anita, doing my first year BE Triple E in GCT Coimbatore. I am from Chennai.
Yeah. So welcome back, Anita. So Fauzul Hidayah, can we have your small intro as well?
Yeah, I am Fauzul Hidayah and I am from Tirunelveli. I am studying 12th standard.
Yeah. Welcome back, Fauzul Hidayah. Thank you for joining us. Hi Gayatri, can we have your intro?
Hello everyone, this is Gayatri. I am pursuing my BE Triple E in GCT Coimbatore. I am from Tirupur and today's topic is one of the interesting topic that I have ever heard. And thank you for this opportunity now.
Yeah, thank you, Gayatri. So we can't wait to hear about your inspired tale. So Jagdishwaran, hi Jagdishwaran, can we have your small intro as well?
Hi Arshad, myself Jagdishwaran, studying third year veterinary science in Namakkal.
Yo, hi.
I I studied 1 year in GCT College, instrumentation department.
Okay,
From that I
That's
got to
good to hear.
Gartnapool.
okay. So that's great, Jagdishwaran. So welcome to Zero Pro for the first time. So hope we'll meet soon each other. Then
Yes, Arshad.
Megha, yeah, Mega, can we have your intro as well?
Yes, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. My name is Megha. I'm pursuing B final year in ETC branch and I'm living in Nagpur. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Mega. So Mega has been constantly supporting us with her present in each show. So hi Rakshana, welcome back to another event.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad that I'm able to join every week, and I'm so happy about that. Am I audible, or is there any issue? Like, does it echo?
No, there is some noise interference from your side.
Sorry, I just got stuck.
No problem,
What
no
did you
problem.
just say?
There is some noise from your side.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah,
Is it okay now? Is it a little bit better?
yeah. It's clear. It's clear
It's
now.
completely fine.
Yeah,
Okay. So, hello, everybody. I'm Rakshana, and I'm doing my final year in SSN College of Engineering, and I'm from Chennai.
yeah. Welcome back,
Yeah.
Rakshana. Thank you for joining us. We are so happy to. Hi Daniksha. So can we have your intro as well?
Hello everyone. Good evening to all. This is BD Daniksha. I am doing currently grade 10. I am from Ero district. Thank you Zero Pro for giving me this an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniksha. We are so happy as well. Kalevani, have you taken screenshot or can I ask everyone to turn on their camera so we can have some screenshots as well?
I think many of us facing like
Net-
what to say network issue. Maybe
Okay.
we can go to the show now.
Okay. So if possible, whoever can possible can turn your camera on throughout the show so we can see each other as it's an online event. So now we are starting the show with our first tale, Daniksha. So before Daniksha starting her, I have to tell especially about her. Daniksha is just a grade 10 student. She is a 10th standard, but her maturity and everything is really, really awesome. We are stunned by her in each and every show. So she has been with us till the first show itself, quiz. She narrated a book in the book show. She participated even in the debate itself. Her debate was so awesome. The maturity, we were really stunned by her. So I really want to appreciate Daniksha for that. So Daniksha, the stage is all yours.
Thank you sir. Thank you so much. Sir, I would like to share the screen. Shall I?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
Daniksha.
yeah.
Shall I start, sir?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Taniksha.
Hello, everyone. This is Vedi Daniksha. As this show tells that we have to get inspired. Same in my life, I got inspired from many people, starting from my parents, from my dad, my mom, from my teachers, from my friends, and it goes on to till the whole. I was very inspired from each and every person about their habit. It can be about how they behave in the society. So same way, I got inspired even from a scientist who is not today alive, but talking about his fame and the work he discovered to the world is huge. So let's start about him. Before talking about the person, now I'm not going to reveal his name because when I tell the name of the person, it won't be much interesting. So I'm just going to start it with a boy who was born in the year of 1942 on 14th January. He was born to a well educated family. His parents, both of them, were well educated. But in the time of 1942, it was the time of Second World War, as we all know. On that time, it was like something very strange. It was challenging period. So same way, though they were an educated couples, they did not have some amount of money. They were all suffering from the scarcity of money. Talking about the boy, his early life was something not a beautiful one. He went for schooling, but he was under the bottom of the last. That is, to tell it in an easy way, just take an example of 10 students, but he was in the position of seventh position. Like he was not a good learner or a topper. Like he was also called as a backbencher. But only his studies was low, but his interest towards mathematics, physics was really huge. He was very interested in solving equations, creating new formulas, and applying it in the daily life, and creating new things was something very adventurous to him. Uh, but everyone's life will be having a turning point, right? So same way, this boy also had a turning point. At the age of 21, he was disabled. He was suffering from a problem like he would be properly pronouncing the words. He was not able to pronounce the words, and he was not something able to run properly, walk properly, eat or what, like eat what we want. He was not able to do something like stuff because he was disabled, and he was suffering from the problem called ALS. It means it's also called as a neuro disease, where the muscles won't be growing further, and he or she won't be able to talk properly, or they can't be able to stand up in a proper position. So same way, he was in such a circumstance, and I'm going to reveal the name. I'm going to reveal the person, but before that, I'm going to ask a question to you all. I'm also giving a clue for it. At the age of 75, he was also called the smartest man in his generation, and also the world's most famous scientist after Albert Einstein. Can anyone guess who it might be? Can anyone please?
Is that William Hawking?
Actually, the name you told was like a two word, but the last word was correct, but the front word was little bit wrong. Can try it again, please?
Stephen Hawkins, you mean?
Yes, correct. So today we are going to see something about Stephen Hawking. Being a disabled person, he dedicated his life towards this world. He made some new discoveries that the world just looked back about him. Something he made different. Being a disabled, being a normal citizen, he made this world beautiful. So let's see something about him. First of all, who is he? He is an English theoretical physicist, cosmologist, and also an author. And talking about his net worth, he was owning something about $20 million at the time of his death. He died on 2018, just 4 years back on 14th March at the age of 76. You know, to tell something about him, very strange. He was suffering from the type of neuro disease at the age of 21, and doctors told that he would pass away within 2 to 5 years, as that disease would make lead to fatal, that is to it will lead to death. But he doesn't took it into his ears. He thought he will make a change. He believed in himself and he worked towards it. He was really, as I told you, he was really interested in math. But he was born in Oxford, which is in United Kingdom, and there was no source of studying math. So he was compelled to choose physics as his graduation, and he was really interested in physics as well. So he started studying physics and discovering new things, and he was very really interested in finding the stars, knowing something about the universe. And at last, before his death, between 10 to 15 years, he was called for a show named as Genius, which was telecasted in the TV, where normal citizens would be there and they would be asking questions to Stephen Hawking related to this universe. And he gave some awesome things to know about universe and how to think like a genius in this world. Next, talking about the discoveries about Dr. Stephen Hawking, there are many discoveries what he made to this world, but what I really got to know is these five things. The one is the origins of this universe. Then the second is this discovery of time, the Big Bang theory. The universe has no space,
Okay,
time,
okay, bye.
sir.
No, Dakshina, continue. There is some noise interference. You can continue.
So these are the five discoveries what Stephen Hawking made. The universe has no space or time boundaries, and there is no God. These five things were the big discoveries of Dr. Stephen Hawking. To tell frankly, I was inspired by this man, by this guy, because of just two reasons from him. The one was about the concept of disabled. I have come across many persons in my life where they are suffering from the disabilities. They would be striving hard to get saved in the society because the people in the society are not such good persons. They would be talking bad about the one who are disabled, and really the disabled person would be suffering a lot. And also they need one at least a person for their help. But just I have to tell about him frankly. I was When I was studying grade 8, I came to know about him in my English textbook, where there was a good summary for him, and I came to know about him because when he was disabled but he was very interested in physics, he did not leave it up. He just made something to grow in this world. He would be sitting in front of a computer where there would be no keyboards. All the process related to the keyboards will be in the hand of a button. It will be in a model of a button where it would be fitted in the Hawkins, because I told you right, Hawking won't be able to stand up properly or do the work what he wished. So same way he was given a button to operate what he wished. So from that button itself, he discovered many things in this world, and he gave new theories and discovered the facts, and something related to the nature, something related to this universe. He created more theories. He discovered many things. So from him, I got to know one quote that he itself told. My expectations were reduced to zero when I was 21. Everything since then has been a bonus. See, doctor itself, the doctor is like a god, which we respect everyone. The doctor itself told that he would be passed away within 2 to 5 years when he was in the age of 21. But he just made that everything as a fake, and he lived till the age of 76. Something, it was a great age, and he was also called the greatest scientist after Albert Einstein. So the second thing I really inspired was there is always something to live for. Whenever I feel demotivated, I used to think this word aloud in my mind, and it makes me again motivated. And I used to do my works regularly, because there are some times where we feel very demotivated. We won't be able to do our work properly. At that time, there is something to live for. We all have the time to get an opportunity to win, to go into the path of success. Same way, Stephen Hawking told a quote that I'm not afraid of death, but I am no hurry to die. Here we can see every person in this world are going to die one day. It's not something of fake. Everyone in this world are going to die, but before the death, we should make something we should make a difference in this world, that after our death too, they should talk about us. They should talk about the dedication towards the world. So that should be the part of this. Lastly, I would like to conclude with a Tamil quote. மனித முயற்சிக்கு எவ்வித எல்லைகளும் இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஒரு மனிதனானவன் பிறந்தோம் இறந்தோம் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த 2 கட்டத்துக்குள்ள மட்டும் இருக்காம, நம்ம இறக்கறதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த இந்த உலகத்துல ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு நம்ம ஒரு ஸ்டோன் மாதிரி பதிச்சுட்டு போகணும். அந்த ஸ்டோன் ஆனது நம்ம ஃபியூச்சர் ஜெனரேஷன்ஸும் அந்த ஸ்டோன் பத்தி பேசணும். நம்ம செஞ்ச அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியானது இந்த உலகத்துக்கு ஒரு ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் கொடுக்குற மாதிரி இருக்கணும். அதுதான் வந்து ஸ்டீஃபன் ஹாக்கிங் வந்து சொல்லியிருக்காரு. Lastly, we all got I really inspired from this quote. Though being disabled, he was very dedicated to serve this world with his intelligence. And he also tells that body doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the physical health. Only his mind worked towards this, and he achieved a lot in this world. And he also made few. He also got many awards regarding his achievements. So this is what I really inspired from him. Thanks for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks, Daniksha.
Thank you so much, Daniksha. That was such an inspiring one. So apart from your presentation and your tale, your dedication also inspired us. So how such dedicated you are to create such a presentation and awesomely tell us the narration. So Kalaivani, you can proceed.
Yeah. So in the show, I would like to add my real story here. Maybe it is not so worthy to consider, or maybe we could see, because we have many inspirations around the world, and also simply, as I told before, inspiration is everywhere. We all know. But here, I just want to put forth my experience, what I to share with you. So maybe let's see. The thing is, I'll tell you the incident, and I'll tell you the what points I grabbed from this incident. At that time, I was 18 years old. I was studying my second year in my college, Government College of Technology. There, it's like my third semester. I have a study holiday that time. So usually, during study holidays, most of the students partially. So some students would stay in hostel, and some students would go to their hometown. And I went to my hometown. That time, it's around 1 week. So it's around 1 week study holiday. I went to my hometown. I have my one younger brother, and one younger sister. My younger sister also studying, and she was in her college. My younger brother was studying 10th standard, and she used to come by 10 o'clock at night, and she used to go to school by 6 o'clock, since he's studying 10th standard. So he would come only to sleep and have food to home. And that time I would be here in my home, and my mom, dad, my mom and dad, up to my understanding, they are very understandable, and I feel like what to say. So we are very okay. So happy family, like that I used to think. And that time, surprisingly, my mom and dad used to fight that time, and they didn't speak at all. And it kind of, I'm like a usually I have a homesick, but when it comes to college, I'm gradually getting rid of it. But I couldn't see that they are not speaking, and they are not. That is not a usual environment that I used to have. Like that, it is happening. I'm simply there, and my sister is not there. My brother is also not there. I'm just being there, and my mom and dad is not speaking good, and something. It's not a usual kind of. So it is passed by like 4 days, maybe. It went like 4 days, and at some point of time, after 2 days, I stopped to speak with both of them. And it's like I went to depression. I don't know what to do. Like that, I felt like. So even my mom and dad also not considers, okay, what will my daughter feel like, how they also didn't bother about it. They are in their own problems and confusions. Then what happened? I was cried a lot by night and booked a ticket to return to my college. Then I started by morning. So usually I will go means I'll go by train, and from my hometown I has to take a bus to one town. There I had to take again bus to go to the railway station. There I'll go to Coimbatore and will go to my college. So like that, suddenly I packed my bags and started traveling. That time I was 18, and my mom was scared and he cried actually. So what you're doing? It has happened by after 4 days of morning 7 o'clock. So the train was 9 o'clock. So I had to start here by 7 o'clock. So I started, and the money that they gave beforely was within my purse, and I didn't ask any money. And I started. My mom was crying and is packing. I told like, so I had urgent work. I'm going. I'm also crying. So like that, it has happened. My dad was not there. I didn't inform with him also. So I started and going and. So the first stop, so from my home to hometown, I had to step down and take another bus. There, I simply take my purse and mobile phone, and I'm keeping a mobile phone. I'm thinking like, okay, whether I call my dad or not, what you think like that, I'm thinking. Then I simply kept the purse in the bus stand. So I didn't thought of it. I'm crying. Even I'm crying on the whole travel. Then I simply took bus and went to railway station. There I called my mom like, so I reached railway station. I'm leaving, like that I'm saying. After all, and the train entered into the junction, and suddenly, okay, so we took our purse, and whether I kept inside the bank again, like that, a thought came. Suddenly, a thought came, and the train was coming. I'm checking, but it's not there. I don't have any money or anything, nothing. So then. I looked like, okay, so what is happening like that? It seems I was so careful, and the buses didn't came. The train came, and it is going. Like I didn't enter into the train, because after even if entered means also I need to go further. So that's I didn't enter, and I don't know what to do. I couldn't remember where I left. Okay, so that I remember that is the last time I took my purse. So, and inside it the money and the all my credentials, like Aadhaar card and PAN card, and my ATM card, and other things, ID card, everything with, and photocopies of mine, and everything is inside my purse, and money also. For that time it is a huge money for me also. So it's around 3000 plus for something in my purse. And I didn't know what to do, and I called my mother's sister's husband, and that is the last stop that road bus go where. And he also checked that by the time that bus went to the destination also, but the purse was not there. Even if there means also, we couldn't sure, like no one would take that purse, like. And another thing, then what to say, again, I have some coins in my bag, and with that I went to that bus stop where I left the bus. And so it is like only 12 kilometers only. So I went to that, and I'm crying, and I'm searching where is my purse and what are the things like that, because I didn't tell with my dad that I'm leaving. So I don't know what to do. So I felt like I did a mistake, in depression and angry, or what to say, like that. Then one thing, suddenly there is a flower shop nearby, and the people noticed me and tell me, so why are you crying like that? I told them. So they think, that is this your purse, like that? They told with me. So it was mine. I was shocked really, because I thought, okay, so somewhere in the area there's thousands of people and coming and going. So how could I get the purse? Like that mindset I was there. So suddenly it is came in, because in every day this is usual thing. It's not an uncommon thing. It is a usual thing. Many people would lose their belongings and while transport, or but they would get only one people out of 1,000 or 100 only. Those people would get their belongings again. So this happened with me unknowingly. and there is one person used to come to college there. He took the purse and checked, okay, so I'm like kind of a college student with the photos and belongings. He came to know that and give that person. Maybe she would come, maybe definitely to collect this, because she is having all the confidential things in her purse. So maybe she would come definitely. If she comes means, if you notice, and handle over it, like that he said. And I got this. And again, I went to my home and eat my lunch what my mom gave with me for during transportation, during travel. So this has happened. Like, so what I hear from this experience, I came to know three things. What is the first thing is, நம்ம கோவத்துல எடுக்கிற டெசிஷன் மட்டும் தப்பா இருக்கிறது இல்லை, சோகமா இருக்கும் போது இல்லை டிப்ரெஷன்ல இருக்கும் போது எடுக்கிற டெசிஷன்ஸும் ரொம்ப தப்பாவே இருக்கு. அந்த மாதிரி ஐ ஃபெல்ட் லைக். ஸோ வை பிகாஸ் because I'm not in a stable mind, and maybe while crossing the road or whatever, say I'm in each and every action, I'll be careless and I'll be doing simply. So that time it may leads to many what to say, the effect, the impact that we, or else the result would be maybe severe. So I didn't inform with my dad, and I just simply packed my bags and went. My mom was crying. In that situation, I don't know what to. I mean, I didn't know how I am and what mindset I'm having. Like that, simply I came and I told, I lied with my mom, like I'm having some emergency work, like that I'm telling, but I'm crying. So she would guess something. And she told with my dad's after some time also. So I felt like, so whatever the situation, I need to face it. I should not go to I should not think, okay, where would I get a comfort situation, where would I go, like that. I should not get it. So I should face the situation. I should try to make the environment like what I feel like. So like that, I had to do this. One of the most important skill that I have to know how to handle the people and how to handle with emotions on all those things. So this is the one mistake I did, and I realized again, so I should not do wrong. I should stop with it. And அது again உள்ள ஓகே இல்ல நம்ம யார்கிட்டயா சொல்றதுக்கு பயப்பட்டோம் அப்படினாலே, so we should not do this. We should go over thought process. That's how I thought. And another thing is the people, the two souls who gave that purse again with me, because even apart from, even the money was also in that purse. So they didn't take it also. So what I think is, okay, some people would take the any product if they found it while going or something, means they would take, or else some would take, okay, oh pity, so someone lost it, like that we will think, and simply we will keep it there only. So that time another person will come and may take it. So we should get some responsibility, like if it found some means, we should act responsibly. So maybe if we can hand over to something people who can trust, or something different we can do. Like he would give that flower shop people. So maybe he guessed like, okay, she is like, and she would come definitely. Maybe she will be there. The flower shop will be from up to evening also, so a night also. Maybe we can hand over to that shop owners, like that he thought. So maybe we can take steps when we found things like. And another thing I came to know is parenting. Parenting is a very good, is a very important and need to be a most crucial thing in our life. I thought that, because people would behave like, depends on the past experience and what are the situations that a person undergone. That will all make a human, and that will make his actions, future actions will depend upon his past and present situations, how he treated in the society, what are the things happened to him, like that. And parenting is a very important thing that I felt that time. So maybe it is everyone would be a parent at some age or some aspect. So they also need to look after, so how the parenting should be and what are the things need to be done and not to be done, and they should be mature enough to be a parent. So that's what I felt that time. So these are the three things I got from that experience. I felt like okay, somehow I have to share with you all. So maybe it can relate with our day-to-day lives, our human lives. There are many inspired people around us, millionaires, billionaires, and sports personalities, everyone. But maybe this incident would relate with humans here. So like that, I thought I want to share with all of you. So that's it.
Thank you, Kalaivani, for sharing this real-time experience, because this is what we need right now so that we can connect with it in our real life easily. So I hope everyone understand what she's trying to conveying and her point. So it was really inspiring, by the way. So thank you for sharing that. And so our next speaker, Sheikh Kazim, hasn't joined with us today. So I'd like to invite Gayatri. So Gayatri, you can inspire us.
Okay, now. Good evening, everyone. நான் இங்கிலீஷ் தமிழ்லேயே கொஞ்சம் பேசிக்கிறேன்.
Yeah, no
Sure.
problem.
ஓகேண்ணா. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் வந்து பேசிக்கலாக நிறையா மோட்டிவேஷ்னல் ஸ்டோரிஸ் வந்து நிறையா கேட்பேன். நான் சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து நிறையா மோட்டிவேஷ்னல் ஸ்டோரிஸ் கேட்பேன். ஆனால் எவ்வளோ மோட்டிவேஷ்னல் ஸ்டோரிஸ் கேட்டாலுமே வந்து ஒரு டெம்ப்ரரியாக ஒரு கொஞ்ச நேரம், ஏன்னா அது எல்லாமே ஸ்டோரிஸுங்கிற ஒரு தாட்டும் மைண்டில் இருக்கும். அந்த தாட் இருக்கனாலவே ஒரு டெம்பரரி ஒரு கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு மட்டும் ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் கிடைச்சிட்டு ஒரு கூஸ் பம்ப்ஸ்லாம் வரும். டக்குன்னு பார்த்தா அந்த நான் கூட எங்கள் டீச்சர்ஸ் கிட்ட கேட்டிருக்காது வந்து ஒரு டோப்பமைனுங்கிற ஹார்மோன் வந்து உனக்கு சடனாக இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆயிருமா, அதனால உனக்கு மோட்டிவேஷன் நிறையா வருது. ஆனால் பார்த்தா அந்த ஹார்மோன் வந்து பிளட்லேருந்து கம்மியானதுக்கப்புறம் எனக்கு மோட்டிவேஷன் அது குறைஞ்சிருது. ஸோ அதனால டெம்பரரி மோட்டிவேஷனாக இருக்கிற மாதிரி தான் நிறைய இடத்துல இருந்துச்சு. இதெல்லாம் வரைக்கும் இந்த மாதிரி மோட்டிவேஷன்ஸ்லாம் எனக்கு எது வரைக்கும் இருந்துச்சுன்னா, என் ஃப்ரெண்டோட ஒரு ரியல் லைஃப் அவளோட சுச்சுவேஷன் கேட்குற வரைக்கும் இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருந்துச்சு. நான் இன்னைக்கு வந்து பேச போகிறது வந்து என்னோட வெரி ஓன் ஃப்ரெண்ட் சுபிக்ஷா, அவங்க பேர். அவங்களோட ஒரு சுச்சுவேஷன், அதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்க எப்படி ஃபேஸ் பண்ணாங்க அவங்க லைஃப் அப்படின்னு. 7 இயர்ஸாக நானும் சுபிக்ஷாவும் ஒரே கிளாஸ் தான். நான் வந்து 4th ஸ்டாண்டர்டில் ஒரு ப்ரைவேட் ஸ்கூலில் சேர்ந்தோம். நான் வந்து ப்ரைவேட் ஸ்கூலில் சேர்ந்தேன். சுபிக்ஷா வந்து சின்ன வயசுலேருந்தே எல்கேஜிலேருந்தே அங்கே தான் படிச்சுட்ருக்காங்க. நல்லா தான் போச்சு. நானும் ஆனால் நான் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல்லேருந்து ப்ரைவேட்ஸ் ஒரு இங்கிலீஷ் மீடியம் போனனால எனக்கு இனிஷியலாக நிறைய ஸ்ட்ரகிள்ஸ் இருந்துச்சு. நான் ஓகே ஓவர் கம் ஆகி நான் வந்துட்டேன். அண்ட் தென் லைஃப் நல்லா போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. சுபிக்ஷாவும் நல்லா படிக்கிற பொண்ணு தான். ஓகே, எல்லாரும் படிச்சுட்டு ஜாலியாக தான் போச்சு. எனக்கு வந்து சுபிக்ஷா வந்து அவ்வளோவா தெரியாது. என் கிளாஸ் பொண்ணு தான், ஆனால் எனக்கு அவ்வளோவா தெரியாது. நான் பேசினதில்லை. ஒரு 8th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் வரைக்கும் அப்படி தான் போச்சு. 9th ஓகே, 2 பேரும் ஒரே கிளாஸ் தான், இருந்தாலும் நான் அவ்வளோவா பேசினதில்லை. பட் அட் த எண்ட் ஆஃப் 9th somehow we started to talk a little bit. அப்படியே போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. அண்ட் 10th வந்துச்சு. ஆனால் எனக்கு எப்பயுமே ஒரு டவுட் இருக்கும். சுபிக்ஷா வந்து என்னாச்சுன்னா, இப்போ நீங்கள் திருப்பூரில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, திருப்பூரில் இந்த கம்பெனி ஒர்க்ஸ் தான் எங்களுக்குலாம். நான் எல்லாருமே இங்கே திருப்பூரில் மோஸ்ட்டாகவே எல்லாருமே கம்பெனி ஒர்க்ஸ் தான். எங்கள் பேரண்ட்ஸோட சேலரிலாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, அது வந்து ஒரு மந்த்லி ஃபிக்ஸ்டாக கண்டிப்பாக உங்களுக்கு வந்துடும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லவே முடியாது. அது வேரி ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். ஒரு 1 வீக்லி ஒன்ஸ் தரலாம், இல்லை மந்த்லி ஒரு 2 மந்த்துக்கு 1 டைம் கூட அவங்க கொடுக்கலாம். அந்த மாதிரி சேலரி வந்து அவங்க எப்போ அவங்களுக்கு தோணுதோ அப்போ தான் கொடுப்பாங்க. ஸோ எங்களுக்கு இது வந்து எப்படி ட்ராபேக் வந்துச்சுன்னா, எங்களோட ஃபீஸ் கரெக்டாக கட்ட முடியல. ஹாஃபலி, குவார்ட்டர்லி, ஆனுவல் இந்த எக்ஸாம் ஃபீஸ்லாம் நாங்கள் கட்டணும். கட்டலைன்னா ஸ்லிப் வாங்கி எழுதணும். இது வந்து எங்கள் ஸ்கூலில் எப்பயுமே பண்ணுறது தான். எக்ஸாமுக்கு வந்து ஸ்லிப் வாங்கி எழுதும்போது என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, உங்களுக்கு வந்து 2.5 hours எக்ஸாம்ஸ்னால் 1/2 an hour லேட்டாக தான் எக்ஸாம் ஹால்குள்ளேயே விடுவாங்க. ஸோ இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்துகிட்டே இருந்துச்சு. நானும் ஆனால் நோட்டீஸ் பண்ணிட்டு தான் வந்திருக்கேன். சுபிக்ஷா வந்து அவள் சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து என்ன பண்ணனா, எல்லா எக்ஸாம், ஈவன் ஆனுவல் எக்ஸாம், கடைசி ஆனுவல் எக்ஸாமில் கூட அவள் கடைசி ஆனுவல் எக்ஸாமோட லாஸ்ட் எக்ஸாமுக்கு கூட அவள் ஸ்லிப் வாங்கி தான் எழுதுனான். ஆனால் எனக்கு என்னன்னு தெரில, நான் பேசாததுனால நான் அவகிட்ட கேட்டதே இல்லை, அதை பற்றி எதுவுமே கேட்டதில்லை. இந்த மாதிரி போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. அவள் ஏன் இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்லிப் வாங்கி எழுதுறான்னு எனக்கும் அது வரைக்கும் தெரில. அண்ட் 10th பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 10th ஸ்கூல் லைஃப் ஆரம்பிச்சிது. ஆனால் 10th வந்து சடனாக வந்து ஒரு மேம் வந்து எங்கள் கிளாஸ் ரூம்குள்ளே என்ட்ரு ஆகி அந்த சுபிக்ஷாங்கிற பொண்ணை திட்டினாங்க. என்னம்மா நீ இன்னும் ஃபீஸ் கட்டல, 10th என்ட்ரிக்கான ஃபீஸ் அவள் இன்னும் கட்டல. 10th ஸ்கூல் 10th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஆரம்பிச்சதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம என்ட்ரி ஃபீஸ் கட்டுவோம் பார்த்தீங்களா, அந்த ஃபீஸ் அவள் இன்னும் கட்டலையாம். அதுக்காக மேம் வந்து கொஞ்ச நேரம் திட்டிட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. ஆனால் அவள் அழுகலை. அழுகாமல் காமாக இருந்தா ஓகே, நாங்கள் வந்து எதுவும் கேட்கல. அவளும் அழுகாமல் அப்படியே காமாக கொஞ்ச நேரம் இன்னும் மேம் சொல்கிறத கேட்டுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் விட்டுட்டா. மறுபடியும் எங்ககிட்ட நார்மலாக பேசுகிற மாதிரி பேசினோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் 10th எனக்கு அந்த பொண்ணு ரொம்ப பிடிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சது. அவள் வந்து ஒருத்தவங்க சேடாக இருந்தால் அவளுக்கு பார்க்க பிடிக்காது. டக்குன்னு என்ன பண்ணுவோம், போய் சாக்லேட் வாங்கிட்டு வந்து கையில் கொடுத்து, ஏன் சேடாக இருக்க, கொஞ்சம் ஹாப்பியாக இரு, சிரி, உங்கள் டீச்சர் என்ன சொல்லிட்டாங்க, சிரி சிரி போகிறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணுவோம். அண்ட் அவளோட அப்பியரன்ஸே வந்து உங்களை மோஸ்ட்டாக சிரிக்க வைக்கும். அவளை வந்து நாங்கள் ஒரு ஃபன் ஃபேக்டராக தான் நாங்கள் பார்த்துருக்கோம். நிறைய இடத்துல அவளை அப்படி தான் பார்த்தோம். எப்படின்னா அவள் ரொம்ப லீன், வெரி வெரி லீன், அப்படியே ஸ்டிக் மாதிரி தான் இருப்பான். ஃபேர், வெரி ஃபேர், நல்லா கலராக ஒரு ஸ்பெக்ஸை போட்டுட்டு ஒரு நார்மலாக ஒரு படிப்பாளி பொண்ணு மாதிரி நம்ம சொல்கிற மாதிரி இருப்பான். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஒரு கேரக்டர் வந்து எங்கள் கிளாஸில் சொல்லவே வேணாம். நம்ம எல்லாருமே நான் நல்லா டீஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். என்ன ஸ்டிக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு கூட நாங்கள் நல்லா டீஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். இந்த மாதிரி ரொம்ப டீஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இப்படி இருந்த பொண்ணு தான். ஒரு 10th வந்து ஒரு இன்சிடென்ட் என்னாச்சுன்னா, எங்கள் சார் வந்து 25 மார்க்ஸ்க்கு டெஸ்ட் வச்சுருந்தாங்க. 20 கீழே இருக்கிற எல்லாத்தையும் அடிப்பேன்ட்டாங்க. அதே மாதிரி எல்லாத்தையும் அடிக்கும்போது எல்லாத்தையும் அடிச்சிட்டாங்க. கடைசியில் சுபிச்சா கிட்ட வரும்போது அவள் கை ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக நடுங்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருது. எங்கள் சார் பயந்துட்டு, ஐயோ நான் ஒன்று அடிச்சா நான் கொலைகேஸில் உள்ள போயிடுமா, நான்லாம் ஒன்று அடிக்க மாட்டேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு போயிட்டாரு. நாங்கள் அந்த இன்சிடென்ட்டு எங்களுக்கு போதாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அதை வச்சு நாங்கள் டீஸ் பண்ணோம். ஆனால் அவள் எதுக்குமே வந்து இது வரைக்கும் எங்களை ஒரு அவள் எதையுமே வந்து ரொம்ப சீரியஸாக எடுத்துக்க மாட்டாள். நல்லா ஓகே நம்மளை வச்சு ஜாலியாக தானே இருக்காங்க, எல்லாருமே ஹாப்பியாக இருக்காங்கல்ல, அது அவளுக்கு போதும், இந்த மாதிரியே நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தான். ஓகே 10th முடிஞ்சுது. 10th வந்து ஓகே நல்ல மார்க் எடுக்கிற பொண்ணு தான். 10thலையும் வந்து கடைசி எக்ஸாம் வரைக்கும் ஸ்லிப் வாங்கி தான் எழுதுனா. 10th வந்து அவங்க எல்லாரும் பயன்படுத்தினாங்க, டீச்சர்ஸ் எல்லாம். நீ வந்து இப்படியே பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன்னா உனக்கு வந்து 10th பப்ளிக் எக்ஸாமுக்கான ஹால் டிக்கெட் கொடுக்க மாட்டோன்னு சொல்லி பயன்படுத்தினாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தா கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. எக்ஸாம் எழுதி முடிச்சாச்சு. எக்ஸாம் எழுதி முடிச்சுட்டு என்ன சர்ப்ரைஸ்னா, அன்னைக்கு அந்த செட்டில் எக்ஸாம் தான் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமான எக்ஸாம். எஸ்எஸ்ல வந்து ரொம்பவே கஷ்டமானது. எங்கள் ஸ்கூல்லே பார்த்தா நாங்கள் 4 மெம்பர்ஸ் தான் எஸ்எஸ்ல சென்டம் வாங்கியிருந்தோம். அதில் எங்கள் கிளாஸில் நான் ஒரு பொண்ணு வாங்கியிருந்தேன். என் கிளாஸ்லேயே டாப்பர் என்னோட இன்னொரு பொண்ணு இருக்கா, ஆனால் அவள் வாங்கலை. சுபிச்சா சென்டம் வாங்கியிருந்தான். எனக்கு ரொம்ப ஹாப்பி, சுபிச்சா சென்டம் வாங்கியாச்சு. ஓகே நானும் சுபிச்சா சென்டம் வாங்கிட்டோம், எங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பாக அவார்ட் கொடுத்துருவாங்க இந்த 10th செரிமனி, அவார்ட் டே செரிமனியில். ஓகே சூப்பர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நினைக்கும் போது பார்த்தா 11thலேயே ஓகே எங்கள் செட்டை எல்லாருமே வந்து மறுபடியும் பயோ குரூப் பண்ணிட்டோம். ஆனால் சுபிச்சா மட்டும் காணும். என்னடா காணும் அந்த பொண்ணை மட்டும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்களும் அவளோட கான்டாக்ட் கிடைக்காதா, அவள் நம்பர் கிடைக்காதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரொம்ப நாள் தேடிக்கிட்டே இருந்தோம். அவள் கடைசி வரைக்கும் அவனுக்கு நம்பர் எதுவுமே கிடைக்கல. 11thலேயே எங்களுக்கு ஒரு 6 months கிட்ட நாங்கள் ட்ராவல் பண்ணிட்டோம் 11th ஸ்டாண்டர்டையும். அது வரைக்குமே ஒன்றுமே தெரில. என்னடா இந்த பொண்ணு என்னதான் பண்ணுறா, என்ன ஆச்சுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷனுமே கிடைக்கல. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் சம்ஹவ் யாரோ ஒருத்தவங்க சொன்னாங்க, சுபிச்சா வீட்டில் என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா, அவங்க அப்பா வந்து அவங்க ஃப்ரெண்டு வந்து ஒரு அமௌண்ட் லோன் வாங்கியிருந்தாங்க. 20 lakhs கிட்ட ஒரு லோன் வாங்கியிருக்காங்க. இவங்க அப்பா வந்து அந்த இடத்துல வந்து சாட்சி கையெழுத்து மட்டும் போட்டுட்டாங்க. அவங்க ஃப்ரெண்டு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நம்பி ஒரு சாட்சி கையெழுத்து மட்டும் போட்டாங்க. அவங்க ஃப்ரெண்டு என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க, 20 lakhs வாங்கிட்டு அவங்க அப்ஸ்கண்ட் ஆயிட்டாங்க. இவங்க அப்பாவை பிடிச்சிட்டாங்க பேங்க்லேருந்து. ஸோ என்டையர்லி எல்லாம் முடிஞ்சுது. இவங்க அப்பாவை பிடிச்சிட்டாங்க. இவங்க அப்பா தான் இப்போ கட்டணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு பேங்க்ல எல்லாமே சிவியராக ஆக்ஷன் எடுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் இவங்க அப்பா வந்து ஓகே தன்னால் வந்து தன்னோட ஃபேமிலியும் கஷ்டப்படக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவங்க வெளியே போயிட்டாங்க. அப்பாவும் விட்டுட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் சுபிட்சா, அவளோட சின்ன தங்கச்சி, அதுக்கப்புறம் இன்னொரு ரொம்ப சின்ன பையன், அவங்க 3 பேர் அவங்க அம்மா என்ன பண்றதுன்னே தெரியாம இருந்தாங்க. என்னடா நான் கூட கேட்டேன் 10th, ஆனா இந்த இன்சிடென்ட் எப்ப நடந்திருக்குன்னா அவ வந்து 10th ஸ்டார்டிங்லேயே நடந்திருக்கு. இந்த இன்சிடென்ட் இப்படி ஒரு இன்சிடென்ட் நடந்திருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு நாள் கூட ஒரு ஃபேஸ்ல ஒரு ரியாக்ஷன் கூட மாறினதில்லை. அவ என்னைக்குமே ஸ்மைலி ஃபேஸ் தான். எங்க எல்லாத்தையுமே வந்து சிரிக்க வச்சுட்டு அப்படி இருக்கிற பொண்ணு தான். 10th ஒரு எக்ஸாம் எழுத வரும்போது கூட அழுதுட்டு இருந்தா. ஏன் அழுதான்னு சொல்லி நாங்கள் கேட்டதுக்கு, இல்லை பயத்தில் அழுகிறேன் அப்படின்னா. ஆனால் அவளுக்கு வந்து அவங்க அப்பா ஃபோன் பண்ணி ஓகே எக்ஸாமுக்கு விஷ் பண்ணலையேன்னு ஒரு இது, அதுக்கு தான் அதுதான் அப்போ கூட தெரில. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க, நாங்களாம் 11th பயோ குரூப்பில் நல்லா படிக்கிறோம். அந்த பொண்ணை இது படிப்பு நிறுத்திட்டாங்க. இப்போ வேலைக்கு போயிட்டுருக்காங்க. எங்கள் ஸ்கூலில் என்ன சொல்லிட்டாங்கன்னா, அவள் 10th ஃபீஸ் கட்டாதனால இது டிசியும் கொடுக்க மாட்டேன்ட்டாங்க. 10th டிசி கொடுக்கல, அதனால 11thலேயே அவளால் சேர முடியல. என்ன பண்ணுறதுன்னு என்டையராக எல்லாமே அப்படியே ஃபேமிலியே கொலாப்ஸ் ஆகி நின்ட்டாங்க. தங்கச்சியுக்கு எப்படியோ டிசி வாங்கி போய் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூலில் சேர்த்துட்டாங்க. இப்போ எப்படி ஃபேமிலி ரன் பண்ணணும்னு ஒரு இது டவுட் வந்துருச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் சுபிட்சாவை வந்து வேலைக்கு அமிச்சிட்டாங்க. எங்களுக்கு அவள் 6 months வேலைக்கு போயிருக்கான்னு எங்களுக்கு தெரில. 6 months வந்து ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஸ்டோரில் அவள் வந்து டைப்பிங் பில் போடுற இடத்துல இருந்திருக்கா. எங்களுக்கு மாதிரியா அது கேட்டோன்னே எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப எங்களுக்கு அஷயமாக தான் இருந்துச்சு. என்னடா நம்ம வந்து ரொம்ப கிண்டல் பண்ணமே இந்த பொண்ணை, ஒரு ஸ்டிக் மாதிரி இருக்கா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு எவ்வளோ நம்ம டீஸ் பண்ணியிருப்போம். ஆனால் இவ்வளோ பெரிய சுச்சுவேஷனையும் அவளால் இவ்வளோ தைரியமாக நின்று ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுறா. ஆனால் அவள் என்றைக்குமே வந்து யாரையுமே கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணதில்லை. நான் ஒன்று விஷயம் அவகிட்ட எனக்கு நிறைய விஷயம் கற்றுருக்கா. இதில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு இது என்னென்னா, வி ஷுட் நெவர் கம்ப்ளைண்ட். யாரையுமே வந்து நம்ம சுச்சுவேஷன், நம்ம நிலைமை இயலாமை கூட யாரையுமே கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனா அவளோட அந்த நிலைமைக்கு அவ எந்த விதத்துல 1% கூட ரெஸ்பான்சிபிள் கிடையாது. இருந்தா கூட அவ வந்து எங்க அப்பாவால நாங்க இப்படி ஆயிட்டோம், ஏன் இந்த கடவுள் நம்மளுக்கு முன்னாடி சோதனை கொடுக்காங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவ யாரையுமே இது வரைக்கும் கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணதே கிடையாது. நிறைய இடத்துல அந்த 10th வந்து நான் சென்டம் எடுத்ததுக்கு வந்து எங்க ஸ்கூல்ல அவார்ட் கூட கொடுத்துருக்கணும். ஆனா அவளுக்கு கொடுக்கல. வந்து அவளால வாங்க கூட முடியல. அவளுக்கு ஒரே எய்ம் என்னன்னா, நான் வந்து 10th டிசி வாங்கணும். டிசி வாங்கி நான் நல்ல ஸ்கூல்ல மறுபடியும் சேரணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு எய்ம் இருந்துச்சு. அதனால அவார்ட் வாங்குறது கூட அவ வரல. எங்களுக்கு வந்து அவளோட ரெகக்னைசேஷன் நிறைய இடத்துல வந்து மறுக்கப்பட்டுச்சு. இருந்தா கூட அவ என்னைக்குமே கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணதில்லை. கம்ப்ளைண்ட் நாங்க வந்து 11th 6 months போய் எங்களுக்கு அது இன்சிடென்ட் கேட்டோன்னே எங்களுக்கு மாதிரி ஆயிடுச்சு. நாங்க வந்து உடனே வந்து போனோம். அவளை பார்க்க போயிடலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஸ்கூல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு ஸ்கூல் யூனிஃபார்மோட எல்லாருமே வந்து ஈவினிங் போனோம். அவள் இருக்கிற டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஸ்டோருக்கே போனோம். அங்கே போனால் அந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஸ்டோரில் உள்ள எல்லாருமே வந்து ஓகே சுபிச்சாவோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் வந்திருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு எங்களை கூப்பிட்டு உள்ள வாங்கன்னு சொல்லி உட்கார வச்சோம். நாங்கள் உட்காந்தோன்னே அவளுக்கு என்ன சொல்கிறேன்னு தெரில. ஆனால் அப்போ கூட நாங்களாம் அலறோம். ஆனால் அவள் சிரிச்சுட்டு தான் இருந்தா. சிரிச்சுட்டு ஓகே என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் என்னை பார்த்துட்டு நான் இவ்வளோ 6 மாதத்துக்கு அப்புறம் உங்களெல்லாம் பார்க்குறீங்களா, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க, நல்லா படிக்கிறீங்களா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு தான் கேட்டான். அப்போ கூட அவள் ஃபேமிலி சுச்சுவேஷன் பற்றி ஒன்றுமே பேசல. நாங்களாம் அவளை திட்டுறோம், ஒரு வார்த்தை சொல்லியிருக்கலாம்ல, நாங்கள் தான் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணியிருப்போம்ல, நீ எதுக்கு இப்படி பண்ணுற? இல்லை எனக்கு யாரோட எனக்கு சிம்பத்தி எதுவும் தேவையில்லை, என்னோட சுச்சுவேஷன் அது, எனக்கு நான் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணிடுவேன், என்னை வந்து என்னால் முடியும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவள் அந்த இடத்துல நம்பிட்டு அவள் அப்போ கூட என்ன பண்ணானா, நீங்களாம் வந்திருக்கீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம், நான் உங்களுக்குலாம் ஐஸ்கிரீம் வாங்கி தரேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஐஸ்கிரீம் வாங்கிட்டான். வாங்கி என்கிட்ட கொடுத்து இந்தாங்க நீங்களாம் சாப்பிடுங்கன்ட்டா. எங்களுக்கு இப்போ கூட அவள் மற்றவங்கள ஹாப்பி பண்ணி பார்க்கறதுல நம்ம சந்தோஷம் இருக்குன்னு அவ ஸ்டில் அதை பிலீவ் பண்றா. அண்ட் அந்த ஒரு விஷயம் அந்த குவாலிட்டியை நான் வந்து என்ன சொல்றேன்னு தெரில. அப்போ கூட எங்களுக்கு ஐஸ்கிரீம்லாம் வாங்கி தந்தா. நாங்கள் வந்துட்டு தெய்வமே நீ ஃபீஸ்லாம் நீ எதுவும் கட்ட வேணாம், பில்லாம் நாங்களே கட்டுறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கட்டிட்டு நாங்கள் அவளுக்கு கொஞ்சம் அமௌண்ட் கொடுத்து அவளை ஹெல்ப் பண்ணோம். பண்ணி முடிச்சுட்டு இப்போ வந்து அவளோட ஒரு ஜஸ்ட் தான் அந்த வைராக்கியம், கண்டிப்பாக நம்ம எப்படியாவது டிசி வாங்கி நம்ம ஃபேமிலிக்கு வந்து நம்ம ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ட்டு. அப்போ இப்போ ஒரு வருஷமா ஒர்க் பண்ணி இப்போ டிசி வாங்கிட்டா எங்கள் ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்து வாங்கி இப்போ ஒரு டிப்ளமோ கோர்ஸ் இன் கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ் வந்து பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ இந்த பொண்ணோட லைஃப் ஸ்டோரிங்கிறது வந்து என்ன ரொம்ப இன்ஸ்பயர் பண்ணதுண்ணா. அவ்வளோதானே.
ஓகே, ஸோ என்ன சொல்கிறதுன்னு தெரில ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ இட்ஸ் ரியலி இன்ஸ்பைரிங் ஸ்டோரி அண்ட் நாட் அட் ஆல் இன்ஸ்பைரிங், அதில் எல்லா எலமெண்ட்ஸும் இருக்குது. ஸோ ஃபர்தர் எப்படி என்ன எக்ஸாக்ட் சொல்லணும் அப்படிங்கிறது சீரியஸ்லி எனக்கு தெரியல. பட் ஐ ரியலி விஷ் ஹர் டு பி பேக் ஆன் ட்ராக் அண்ட் அவங்க நினச்சதெல்லாம் நடக்கணும்னு ஐ ரியலி விஷ் ஹர். So sorry Meha, it was in Tamil, so I think you couldn't understand that, but soon you will learn Tamil also, I believe. So yeah, exactly Rakshana, we are all so emotional now, so I can't know what to hear. So really wish your friend Gayatri, so we are all supporting. If any needed help, kindly contact us. There is a lot of people to help. So just be in touch with her and contact us if there is anything we can do for her. So
thank you ma'am, thank you so much.
Yeah, Gayatri. So next we can go with Anita. Anita, is it okay? Are you narrating today?
Yes, Anna, I'm okay.
Yeah, okay, Anita.
Okay. Good evening to one and all present here. Today I am here to share about some inspiring personalities whom I met in my life. Before going into the topic, let me share few things which I learned in my life. No one is 100% perfect in this world. So what I thought is take good things from everyone and leave out the bad things. In that way, today I am going to speak about two persons by whom I got inspired. Both of them are my teachers. The first one is my chemistry teacher and the second one is my biology teacher. First, speaking about my chemistry teacher, her name is Sushila. She handled chemistry for me in higher secondary. The aspect that I got inspired from her is her dedication in her work. Actually, our batch was the first batch for the new syllabus. The government changed the syllabus during that time. So my teachers couldn't teach us properly. Many of them couldn't teach us properly. They couldn't convey all the things from that book. But what our chemistry ma'am did is she studied the topic and then the next day she taught us. She'll be preparing with lots and lots of notes, and she'll teach us the next day. She'll explain us a lot of things apart from the book. There is a Tamil proverb, கற்றது கைமண் அளவு கல்லாதது உலகளவு. She proved it a lot. Even we students won't study chemistry daily, but she will study and teach us. She's actually a part-time teacher to our college, sorry, our school, and she works as a professor in the college. So she'll be coming to our college one day in the morning. Within that short period of time, she'll do lots and lots of work. She also works as a coordinator for the science team in our school. And also she never skipped a small topic even in a big lesson, because for her mark is secondary. Only she wants us to gain more knowledge in the subject. She taught us a lot of new things, and she also never showed partiality between the students. Even if a student who fails in the exam asks doubt to her, she'll explain them without any hesitation. Even though she is strict, she shows great dedication towards her work. This inspired me a lot. Because of her only, I learned chemistry with a great interest, and I scored good marks in the board exam. And I called her and said that, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, for teaching me chemistry very well. That's why I scored a lot of marks. But she didn't accept that credit too. What she said is, I taught to all 22 students in your class, but it's your hard work that you got good marks. So she didn't accept that credit too. So this quality inspired me a lot, and even I said this to many of my friends, that how simple she is. Next, I'll speak about my biology teacher. Her name is Usha Rani. She also has all the good qualities, as I said, for my chemistry ma'am. But apart from this, I'll say that she's a good friend for us. She never forced us to do something. She always showered lots and lots of love on us. Only that love made us to do everything. அன்பால் அனைத்தையும் வெல்ல முடியும். You would have you would have heard that Tamil proverb. I saw that in my life by her. In all the other subjects, we will do our homeworks only because the next day our teacher will scold us and give us punishment. But in biology, we never did like that. Only because of her love, we did our homeworks. Actually, I took my biology biomaths group only because of my parents' force. But so what I did is, initially I'll study only physics, chemistry, and maths, and I'll omit biology. But this ma'am trusted us a lot, and she showered lot of love on us. So it made us to study biology. And also she gives more importance to our health, she even if we have some special classes and if we have some health issues, she will send us to home. She never made us to sit in the class if we have any health issues. And also many of my friends will share their personal problems to her. She'll console them and give them confidence. She never showed any partiality between the students. Even though if we do any mistake, she won't take it to the management. She'll just solve it in the class itself. She always encourages us and motivates us to do something. And even after I completed my 12th standard, she called me twice and asked about my studies. This shows that she had no ego like a teacher and a student. Everyone will have a headway that why a teacher should call a student, only a student should call a teacher. But there is no such ego in her. This inspired me a lot. And even in the COVID time, I heard that she is helping many juniors in our school. One day, my junior called me and asked me about engineering and how to choose the college. I asked him, how did you get my contact number? At that time, he said, I asked biology ma'am regarding my higher studies, and she only gave my number. And then he also told that she is helping many of my juniors in this COVID time. This quality also inspired me a lot, and I learned that even we are in the higher position, we should be very simple to and we should be kind anytime. So these are the things which I learned from these two teachers. Likewise, I got inspired from many people by taking only their good qualities into me. uh, and I thank Zero Pro for this opportunity to share my thoughts. Stay home and be safe.
Uh, Thank you, Anita. Thank you for the two like showcasing us the two inspiring teachers. So first of all, appreciate to you, Anita. Even though Anita is not feeling well, she joined us today and inspired us with her tale. So that's hats off to you, Anita. So
Thank you. No.
yeah, before concluding, I have a story from my side as well. So uh, so what when Kalaivani I fixed the topic for this event. So every week we used to discuss what we do for the next week and what we do for the next week. So we used to think about that, and every time Kalaivani is the one who comes with the idea. So I'm not the idea man. So we make the posters and we like publish in Instagram and all. So while we discussing, we were like agree with each other that we should have a tale from our side as well, because people from like even professionals, school students, college graduates, everyone is joining. So we should have our tale as well, so that it would be more inspiring and more catchy as well. So I was like thinking, what should I tell? So I was like, initially I was telling like, so others can speak, and if there is time, I will tell my tale. So she said, no, you should speak from your side also, because that's only make the show even more inspiring and all. So I decided to, okay, what can I tell? So as Gayatri said, there is so many inspiration tales. Like we will hear success stories and motivation stories. So when we hear that, we like there is some song Suravali Kilam songs will come, so we will get more inspirations, and it will go in short time also, even 5 minutes or 10 minutes or even 5 days, it will be gone. So we'll be back to normal. Okay, why are we doing this, etc., etc. So real world experience and the people we are coming across through like what we are having people experience with the real time people is what make us truly inspirational. So what Gayatri said and what Anita said, everyone is like connected with the real world. So because we can easily connect with them, and we can easily like connect with the real world also, so for our everyday life. So I am going to share you with the three incidents, like three morals. So first one is supportive. So that's from my parents. So they were really supportive of me. So how I am saying that, because during after completing my 10th standard, like I was school second with 490 marks, everyone suggests me to go for max bio. Go for max bio, go for max bio, because that's what toppers do, right? Because in every other schools. So, but biology was not my subject, and I not even like sorry for that who love that subject. So I don't even like medical and all. So my dad said, okay, no issues, you take whatever group you like, but you don't have to feel in future like I should have taken some other. So think carefully and decide, but it's your decision. So that time I took freedomly with freedomly max computer science. I entered engineering. Every time they won't be a barrier for me. So they always stood me as a pillar of support. So why I'm saying this, in campus placements, I got placed in a company. So it's a full-time opportunity and it's a 5 LPA job. So after entering into, there was an internship before converting it. Before joining as a full-time employee, 3 months internship. So when I joined the company, I realized that it's not my field of interest, or it's not the company I want to work in, and I want to spend my rest of my life with. So I was like fully, okay, what do I do? Because my family situation is also not very convincing, because I have two younger brothers. I have to take care of them. So the main reason why I opt for a job is to for financial stability for my family and to take care of my brothers, because I have also an idea of doing higher studies, but I have to pause that. So I was thinking, okay, if I quit this job and go, what shall I do next? So everything and all. So then I talked with my parents, and dad said, no worries, you can do whatever you like, even you can quit the job, no problem. I will handle the family as I do for all these years. No worries, don't do a work which you don't like, don't do anything which you don't like, do only things only that makes you happy and all. So I was like truly, because I don't know, because our like maybe some other parents considering our financial situations, maybe they would like, okay, don't quit this job because our family needs it, and we really need that money to make your brother study and make in all, so that things. But my father didn't said that. So even I had an I got the opportunity from other company. It was just an internship opportunity, not even a full-time opportunity from other company. But I thought, okay, I could go with that. He also supported me. No issues with the money, even internship or not, just go for it and try to do whatever makes you happy. So that was the first incident. So I really appreciate I really feel thankful and proud to be my parents' son. So that was the first incident. The second is I learned from my like fellow classmate and my special friend Kalevani. So we both started the Zero Pro. So what that is, don't waste your time in any in any means, okay, because time is what precious, right? So after completing my 12th standard in like in Tamil Nadu, like after completing 12th standard before joining into engineering, there would be some time period. Like, so I literally wasted an entire time period. Even I didn't search for colleges, not all. My mother only did that one. So after joining the college, I met this girl Kalevani. So like she, when I came to know about her, she won't spend any time wastefully. Even there is nothing to do, she just go into Chrome and read articles and all. She do anything like just to get like she won't spend time. That's all. I don't want to explain that much further. So I learned from that. It really inspired her. After that, I started learning, okay, I should not waste my time. I should use as much as possible. Till now, I am just learning from her that, because I haven't fully implemented that in my life. So the next one I want to convey, the third point I want to convey is, after supporting and not wasting your time, third one is dream big and achieve big. That too I got from her also, because before I joining, like before in college itself, I just thought this, what was success is, my family needed a full-time job, and my I have to take care of my brother. So I just thought, okay, I join a job and I will I will build a home for my family, I'll buy a car for my family. So that's what everyone dreams, right? So that's what we think success it is, but it's really not, because doing a job is maybe not everyone have the same mindset, but doing a job is not same for everyone. Some feel like, okay, I don't want to do this job and everything. So we can dream big, achieve big, we can do whatever we want, right? So that's the reason why we started Zero Pro itself, and why I am actually involving in this, because we both have some dreams to achieve big. So we can, so because why mainly why we started is, we didn't have the exposure what you guys are having, and like we didn't even know the difference between AAA and EAC groups, and what are the colleges we have, what are all the options we have. So that's why literally the birth of Zero Pro came. So where we last year we completely gave more than career guidance to more than 200 people, like helping them and giving them exposure what they need. So this is what my tale of inspiration is: dream big, achieve big. You can dream whatever you want and you can achieve whatever you want. So later I came to know that startups and business is also my field of interest, but hopefully I believe it may happen in future also. So me and Kalivani are planning to do that also. So these are the traits I really wanted to convey. And after preparing these 3 points from this meeting, what I want to add one more point is dedication and punctuality. So these are the traits I observed from none other than Daniksha, because every meeting I have been observing her. We will start the meeting, our meet time start of the meeting is 7 p.m. So we will be like turning on, myself and Kalevani join the meeting by 6:50. Whenever we join, she will be there in the meeting 6:50 itself. In 6:50, I don't know, even when we started in 6:30 also she would be joining, I believe. So that's really her punctuality and dedication. It's what we are seeing, and everyone have witnessed her dedication and her presentation skills. So she's just a 10th standard student, but she really inspired me in throughout every event. So these are the things, like supportive. I mean, please be supportive to your siblings as well, because they might have even small dream or big dream. No matter what, be supportive to them and give them the freedom they deserve. And everyone will be a parent one day, so there is no denying in that. So be supportive to your children as well, because don't push your dream and don't push your dreams to your children, because you didn't do that doesn't mean they couldn't do, or they should do that. So make them feel free, and they let them explore what they wish what they wish to do in that world. So these are all the tales these are all the points I want to convey in this meet. I hope there is something you could get from it. So thank you for the opportunity. So thank you for listening as well.
Harshak,
Yes, Rakshana.
do we have 5 minutes? Like after listening to all of you, I would also want to share a
That's
small
what we
story.
are expecting. Go ahead, please.
Okay, then. So I have a very a small story. Like, I'm not sure if this is kind of inspiring or something like, but it completely changed my perspective. See, like 5 months ago, I had been to Rajasthan for a trip. That was an all girls trip, all ladies trip. Like myself, my mom, and my cousin and her mom. Like the four of us ladies, we had been to Rajasthan, and I have heard that North is not very much safe as compared to South. Okay, so I'm not being, I'm not generalizing it, but that is what I've heard. So, like, we went to Jaipur first. We spent a couple of days over there, and then from Jaipur to Jodhpur, we had booked a train. We got down at the Jodhpur railway station at around 4:30 or something. We had booked a camp. Like we had planned to go for a camp. I forgot the name of the place. Thar Desert. It's the Thar Desert, but it is called something else in that region. I forgot the name of it. Like we started from the railway station around 4:30, and it took nearly 1.5 to 2 hours to reach there. When we started, it was the Jodhpur was kind of city. Then we had to move towards the desert. Pitch dark. It was pitch dark. Like there were around for a radius of 5 kilometers, there'll be one house or two houses over there. Pitch dark. And also suddenly this we took an auto. This auto man went to some distance and he stopped. We really didn't know why he stopped, and he was scolding us because we had actually asked him to drop at the bus stand. Like there was some bus stand, it seems. He had asked us, we had asked him to drop us at the bus stand, and then we blindly followed the map. We didn't know which was the bus stand and all, and we just made him go entirely inside the desert. And he was scolding us, and he stopped the vehicle. We didn't know why he stopped, and it was completely dark. We thought, okay, this is the end of our lives. He is going to do something to us, and he started scolding us. So then, my mom and my aunt didn't panic because they didn't know Hindi and they didn't even realize that he was scolding us. But luckily, I knew Hindi, so I know that he was scolding us, and we didn't know what to do. We had no other means to go. Then we called the camp person and asked how much more kilometers. He said, 2 more kilometers. Come forward. Then we negotiated with this person. We asked him, we'll pay extra. Please take us to that place. And then he took us there. Then he kind of figured out that we started panicking. And then he stopped shouting and said, ma'am, please don't worry. I am not going to do anything to you. I can figure it out from your face. Please don't worry. I'll drop you at the place. And he started calming us down. Then we went there. Like there were like ஒரு 10-15 பேரு. Everybody were hefty, like 10 to 15 people. They were all hefty. They all had a turban over their heads, and they were like namaste. We didn't know. We were the only guests. They were close to 400 camps over there, and we were the only guests. Nobody else. And they were like 10 to 15 big uncles. We thought we are completely not safe over here. So we even thought that let us go back to the city. This is not safe here. And they didn't have lights on all over there. It was only that lantern kind of thing. The buttermarks light, what is it called? That thing. We really didn't know how we were to survive over there. And then he came, he showed us the tent. I was excited about the tent because that was my first time staying in a tent and all. He showed us the tent and he said it was like 10,000 per night. And we came there, we didn't have another option. So, okay, we paid. And then my mom said, oh, this is a tent. We don't have a zip. It is totally not safe. Okay, let's move to the room. And then I inquired him about the room. He said the pricing is the same. And then he asked us if we wanted to shift to the room. I said yeah. And then he took us to the room that was like the other end of the desert. We thought, okay, at least this is kind of close to the reception or something like that. Let us better stay here. And then we stayed. We were totally afraid. And then I started messaging all of my friends. I sent my location, and then I asked if நான் வந்து இங்க இருந்து இங்க போயிட்டு இருக்கேன், இந்த ஏரியா கும் இருட்டா இருக்கு, 10 நிமிஷத்துல நான் உங்களுக்கு திரும்ப கால் பண்ணலன்னா ராஜஸ்தான் போலீஸ்க்கு போன் பண்ணி சொல்லிருங்க அப்படின்னு. I sent a message to all of my friends and all of them started calling me back. My phone's battery was dying. I had close to 10% or something. எந்த ரெட்மி போன் வேற ரொம்ப நேரம் சார்ஜ் தாங்காது. I didn't know what to do, and everybody started calling me back, and I said okay, yeah, நான் வந்து I reached this place. I think I'm safe here. Still call me for like my father still has a 2G phone. நான் அவருக்கு மெசேஜ் பண்ணி அவர் அதை பார்த்து அவர் ரிப்ளை பண்றதுக்குள்ள அவன் வந்து என்ன கடத்தின்னு போய் என்ன அறுத்து போட்டுருவான். என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாருக்கும் மெசேஜ் பண்ணிட்டேன், எல்லாரும் கால் பண்ணாங்க. சரி, நான் சொல்லிட்டேன் எவ்ரி half an hour எனக்கு ஒரு கால் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும் இவங்க. இன்கேஸ் நான் ஒரு கால் ஆன்சர் பண்ணலனா கூட இதுதான் என் கரண்ட் லொகேஷன். அங்க லக்கிலி அந்த டெசர்ட்ல நெட்வொர்க் அவ்வளவு சூப்பரா இருக்கு. 4G 5G 6G வரைக்கும் வேலை செய்யுது. நான் வந்து ஐ ஆஸ்க்ட் ஹிம், எல்லாரும் எனக்கு கால் பண்ணிட்டே இருந்தாங்க எவ்ரி half an hour. அதுக்கப்புறம் அங்க இருந்தவங்க எல்லாம் வந்து they kind of figured out that 4 லேடிஸ் பயங்கரமா பயந்துருக்கோம். எனக்கு கையெல்லாம் ஷிவர் ஆகுது. அங்க குளிர் -3 டிகிரி செல்சியஸ். நான் பெரிய இவ மாதிரி I didn't know இவ்ளோ it would be this cold, so I didn't take sweater எதுவுமே எடுத்துட்டு போல. பெரிய இவ மாதிரி போயிட்டேன். ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண முடியல, ஃப்ரீஸ் ஆயிட்டேன், பயம் உள்ள நடுங்குது. ஓகே, நான் வந்து மூச்சு அடைச்சு செத்துருவேன் அப்படின்னு தான் நினைச்சேன் அன்னைக்கு. அதுக்கப்புறம் அங்க இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாம் they figured out நாங்க வந்து பயமா இருக்கோம்ட்டு. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்ணாங்கன்னா சாமி பாட்டுலாம் போட்டு விட்டாங்க. நாங்க நல்லவங்க அப்படின்னு ப்ரூவ் பண்றதுக்கு சாமி பாட்டுலாம் போட்டு விட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் I saw like two more families were there. அதுக்கப்புறம் we all sat ஒரு டீப்பா மாதிரி போட்டிருந்தாங்க. we sat ஒரு நடுவுல வந்து ஒரு அந்த டான்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஆடுவாங்கல்ல, அந்த ராஜஸ்தானி டான்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் ஆடினாங்க. அப்புறம் டின்னர் சாப்பிட்டோம். அப்பவுமே நைட்டு நாங்க எங்க பிலாங்கிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் அங்க ரூம்ல வச்சுட்டு நாங்க வந்து திரும்பி வந்து பாக்குறோம், யாரோ ஒருத்தர் வந்து எங்க டென்ட்ல இருந்து வெளியே வராங்க. ஐயோ என்னடா டென்ட் எல்லா பிலாங்கிங்ஸும் உள்ள இருக்கு, எவனோ ஒருத்தன் உள்ள போயிட்டு வரான் அப்படின்ட்டு குடுன்னு ஓடி போய் பார்த்தா ஒன்னும் இல்ல, அவன் தண்ணி வச்சுட்டு போயிருக்கான். நம்ம பயம் வந்து ஒரு மனுஷனை என்ன வேணா பண்ணும் அப்படின்னு அன்னைக்குதான். அப்புறம் அடுத்த நாள் பார்த்தா அவங்க எல்லாம் அங்க இருக்கிறவங்க வந்து அவங்களோட வீட்டுக்கு கூட்டிட்டு போயிட்டு டிப்பிக்கல் ராஜஸ்தானி ஹவுஸ். அந்த ஹவுஸ்ல அவங்க வீடு மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. 4 ஒட்டகம் வச்சிருக்காங்க, 2 மாடு வச்சிருக்காங்க. அந்த வீட்டுல ஒரு 7-8 குழந்தைங்க. ஆல் ஆஃப் தீஸ் கிட்ஸ் அங்க இருந்து ஒரு 14 கிலோமீட்டர்ஸ்ல ஸ்கூலா, ஒட்டகத்துல பசங்க ஸ்கூலுக்கு போயிட்டு வருவாங்களாம். இதெல்லாம் they were all telling us. அதுக்கப்புறம் they were very sweet enough to give us what is it called, அந்த ஒட்டகப்பால் டீ. ஒட்டகப்பால்ல they made us tea and all and gave. அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து பாஜ்ரி கே ரொட்டி, லைக் ஏதோ ஒரு ரொட்டி, சோள ரொட்டி, they made that and gave us. அதுக்கப்புறமா வந்து எல்லா இடமும் சுத்தி காமிச்சு they were very sweet, like the elderly people of the house, they blessed us. We felt so safe and comfortable at the end of the day. We had so much fear, and all girls trip. We had been for 6 entire days. We faced no difficulty over there. Everybody was sweet, but so then I thought, okay, நம்ம வந்து எல்லாரையுமே வந்து நம்ம பயத்தோட நம்ம சந்தேகமாவே பார்க்க கூடாது. நல்ல மனுஷங்களும் இருக்காங்க. நம்ம கேள்விப்படுறது மட்டும் இட்ஸ் நாட் ட்ரூ. ஜென்ரலா கேள்விப்பட்டது நார்த்னா வந்து பயம், ரொம்ப சேஃப். அவ்வளோ நல்லா பாத்துக்கிட்டாங்க. நான் சென்னையிலக்குள்ள இவ்வளவு சேஃப்டி ஃபீல் பண்ணது இல்ல. அங்க இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாம் அப்படி தாங்குனாங்க. That is what I felt. Actually, I didn't plan to become a narrator in this show. I was like planning to be an audience, but all of you had a story to say, so I thought, okay, we shouldn't be நம்மளோட சந்தேகத்துக்கு வந்து நம்மளே வந்து விதை போட்டு வளர்க்க கூடாது. At times we have to start believing in people. That is what I thought. I also have another story. I'll make it short. When like a lot of people talked about parenting, I also want to talk about that. I have uber cool parents. They're like so cool. But I have an elder sister. Like she is married. She has a kid now. She had actually been engaged to a person. Um, she suddenly did not tell us anything, and she eloped out of the house. We didn't know where she went, why she went. We had no clues. Then she told me that no, I'm not interested in this marriage. I was afraid to tell this to parents. I didn't know how they would react. Then my parents asked, "Okay, do you like somebody else?" No, yeah, she said, "Yeah, I like somebody else." But I'm afraid. I was afraid to tell you. Now my parents asked who that guy was. He was from a different religion, like completely different religion. So my sister didn't have the guts to tell it to the parents. But in fact, I couldn't accept the fact that my sister was in love with somebody else, and that too from a different religion. That was, we hadn't thought about that. But my parents dealt it in such a cool way. They married her to that same person. We attend all of those festivals in their religion. They attend all our festivals. I really don't know, if I were a parent, I am not sure if I could have accepted this so easily. They were so cool about it. The only pain my parents had was you didn't trust us. You could have told us earlier, we are not going to force anything on you. If you love this guy, okay, it's totally fine. I think we all are adults enough to talk about this, and that's why I'm talking this in a forum. Though that is what good parenting looks like. Even though it's completely, marrying a person from the other religion is considered taboo in most of our homes. So even I was not mentally prepared for that. My parents dealt it in such a cool way. I'm so proud of my parents that, as you were all talking about parenting, I just wanted to tell this also. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's really awesome, Rakshana, because I'm so I want to meet your parents also because they're so cool and I really like them. So it's awesome. So actually, Kalaivani, I think we haven't heard the intro about Ilay Kumar because he joined us late. So Ilay Kumar,
Yeah.
can we have your intro because others can know you as well?
Sure, Mohammed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is Ilay Kumar. Does it needs any my working history and past history, Mohammed?
So, no, just what you're doing now or where are you from? That's
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm actually from Satyamangalam, which is in Erode district, of course, Tamil Nadu. I'm working as a senior engineer in a value lighting system.
So
I have been working here for 4 years, and previously I was working in Coimbatore for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I completed my B automobile engineering in Tamil Nadu College of Engineering, Coimbatore. So,
yeah, I came to know that Prashant sir's friend are you. So Prashant sir was a mentor to Kalaivani and
yeah,
myself. Sir.
yeah, we both were classmates.
Okay.
And he is such a supportive and value for me too now.
Yeah, because I have also joined Value, so I think we'll meet soon.
Yeah, of course, and yeah, such a good.
So Prashant sir was such a supporting for both of us because of him only we took the decisions to join the automotive industry and EV and all.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Value is a good place for beginners. Of course, you can take 5 to 6 years strong basement here for the developing industry. That means Value is mostly depends on the hybrid and the EVs.
Okay.
And apart from that, they have so many branches. Of course, this is not the platform to discuss more about Value.
Yeah, we will discuss that. Yeah, sure.
But, yeah, Kalaivan is really nice. Actually, yeah, you said right. He don't waste time. I have seen a lot of times. He is overperforming, I guess.
Thank you for joining.
Both of you doing good.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for sharing your stories and for all the listeners. I hope it really inspired everyone. And one thing I want to narrate is we will be conducting such similar events in upcoming weeks as well. Not only this inspiring all book shows, quizzes, everything we'll be conducting. If you have any suggestions this show would be good, maybe you can conduct this show, or if you want to talk about some some topic, we will be providing you the platform as well. So anyone can contact us and be with the be in touch with us. So yes, Kalaivani, and you can.
Yeah, so actually, I guess Rakshana would speak today in the show. Even she
Yes, I
registered
thought
for registered for audience. I guessed okay, Rakshana would speak today. However, she would speak today. So I like so from the past show, I guessed like okay, she can't be calm. She would speak today, and amazingly, she put such a great two stories, and was so. What to say? It is so interesting. I could hear in a very interesting manner. So that's what I thought of saying.
Yeah, because even I was like shocked. So why is she registered as an audience? Because she usually used to narrate and all. So I was expecting some other people also because from this story, because everyone has their own stories to share, right? And so we have inspirations everywhere, and what we have to do is just observe and like take every positive traits. So I wish everyone to like look for the inspirations around you and grab as much as inspirations as you can, and grab all the positive traits from all the people and ignore the activities. So I wish everyone good Sunday night and safe, yeah, safe life. So
Yeah, one thing, Mohan, sorry for interrupting.
yeah.
Actually, I really feel weird while you're using sir, ma'am, kind of things. You can call our names, actually. I think
Yeah,
nobody bother about it.
sure.
Yeah, right. And we'll avoid in further days to make it as a practice.
Practice,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yes.
Yeah.
everyone can call us by our name also.
Yeah, that's much fine.
Yeah, Sharon. And you're right too.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone for joining us. So, Kalevani, if you have any points, you can do, and we will end the show.
Yeah, we will end the show, and it's 3 more minutes to finish. Maybe it's the right time we can end the show. And
Yeah. If anyone wants to like share any short stories or any points, you can do as well, or else we will end the show now.
Yeah,
or
actually, I
Yeah,
have a point.
yeah.
Maybe this is a kind of suggestion or advice. Maybe
okay.
your mindset.
Yeah.
Uh, I tried to read books previously.
Okay.
For this is the first time I'm meeting so much of people. That means a group of people in the social platform. So
Okay.
while coming to this platform, we should talk about some new things. That means it should be so at least socially useful and personally also. So I hope everyone is heard about the good things of reading books.
Yeah.
So even I too dreamed of reading a book at least 2 or 3 books for a month, but that not happened. So instead, you can hear the audios of books in YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you have any habit, if anybody has this habit already, so please continue. And if you didn't if nobody is following that, please at least try and give a try.
Sure.
Hearing some good books in YouTube, there are lots of audios. So we could get some more and more points while coming to kind of this kind of platform.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a good
Really,
share, Leah. So
Yeah.
we will do this. And
Yeah. Sure.
yeah.
thank you for sharing us that also, because I have been planning to do that but haven't done yet. So we'll surely will do that in
Yes,
future.
of course, everybody is lazy, getting
Yeah,
lazy at some point of when we try to read books. So this could be a good option.
thank
Listening
you,
to
thank
books.
you, thank you, Elias, for sharing
Yeah.
that. So thank you everyone for joining this. I hope this you want to take this inspiration throughout your life, and we are really wishing you everyone to see in your successful position. Yeah. Mega again, no sir. Just call us with your name, Kumar, Kalevani, Archak, everything. So no need for sir and ma'am. Yeah. Thank you everyone. So we are ending the show now. So see you all.
Yeah. See you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, Rakshana. Thank you.